All right, disclaimer, if you do follow this, I'm not responsible for any damage that you do to your vehicle. I am not a certified mechanic, but we took my wife's 2013 Dodge Durango Citadel in for some service, and they said that the motor mounts needed to be replaced. And told them to give me a quote. The quote come back to around $1,800, and I'm not paying $1,800 for someone to replace $150 parts, which is how much the motor mounts cost. They are in fact bad. I did not have a cherry picker. I literally did this in my garage, so I'm going to show you guys what I did. So if you don't want to pay the $1,800 and you want to attempt this yourself, it's doable. I have not buttoned everything back up. I have started the engine, made sure everything was running. Everything is good. But so here we go. All right, so good old Harbor Freight jack. So I started by taking off this little plastic piece right here. So there's about 8 bolts that you'll take out, and you'll drop it down. It's going to give you access to the bottom. So you're going to need this to do the driver's side, the passenger side as well. So I'm going to see if I can get my flashlight here. Okay. So there is the motor mount. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. The new one is already in. As you can tell, I don't have the bolts secured yet. Here's the old one. The passenger side wasn't bad. It's the driver's side that was bad. The driver's side, I can shake the whole thing. To get access to it, you're going to start. You'll have to take out the inner fender well to get access to the top over here. So let's see here if I can get my flashlight in there for you guys. So right there is the top bolt, and then if you look right, let's see, there's a bolt right there. See it? There's one there and one on the other side. So once you get all of that bolted off, oh, I'm sorry, there's also a heat shield. If you see those 2 little threaded holes there, that's where the heat shield bolts. Like I said, this side's super easy to get off. It's the driver's side, it's a pain. But once you get all those out and unbolted, then you head over to the driver's side. There's no way to access it from top unless you decide you want to take all this crap out, and I wasn't about that. So I did the same thing, and then lo and behold, yeah, you can't access it from the fender well on this side. So this is why I said the driver side is a pain in the butt. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right. So the driver's side, let's see if I can get the camera up there for you guys. Let's see. So there's the driver's side, okay? It's the same thing. You have 3 bolts. You have the 2 that hold it, and then you have the center bolt where the rubber grommet is. I really can't show you on the engine because it's tucked up there pretty good. So once I got it out, or once I got all the bolts unbolted, I was like, how am I going to lift the engine? It is the 5.7 V8, so I decided to jack up the engine from the bottom. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of crap for this, but this is what I did. I took my jack, put it on the bottom of the crankshaft, and then I jacked it up about 6 inches. Once you jack it up about 6 inches, the whole engine moves up, and it gives you access to pull out those motor mounts. Again, I didn't use a cherry picker because I didn't have access to one. I'm in the military, and we have a day of mourning today for President Bush, so I decided to work on this, and the auto hobby shop was closed. So that being said, once you jack it up, there is a risk it falling off the jack, so just be careful. Change them out as quick as possible so you don't put your hands up there in harm's way. And then once you get done, you start loading it down slowly. And I started threading the bolts even before the engine was already set down, so the motor mounts and the motor would fall right back into place. Let's see if I can show you the driver's side. All right, there we go. So the driver's side, I don't know if you guys can see that. It should not do that. It should be nice and tight. So this one was in fact the bad one. They definitely said both motor mounts were bad, but
that wasn't the case. It was just this side right here.
So now I'm doing a little bit more work today. I'm going to change out all 16 spark plugs on this damn thing. So on the Durango, it's super easy to get access to. On the Ram 1500, not so much. But yep, that's it. Hopefully this will help. There's literally no videos out there on the motor mount change. I looked everywhere, done a bunch of research before I even did this. Again, like I said, I'm not a mechanic, and I'm sure someone's gonna give me crap about using the crank to jack it up, but it was literally only suspended in the air maybe 45 seconds. It was fast enough for me to take out the motor mounts, put the new ones in, and then I lowered it as quick as possible. Like I said, I've already started the motor up, everything is fine. But again, if you're gonna do this, do it at your own risk. I'm not responsible for any damages you do.